Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing a ranking today. So I'm going to be ranking the top 10 best MCU movies post Avengers Endgame. Now before I continue with the video, I just want to put in that I'm no expert. I'm just giving you an opinion based off what I thought of the movie, literally my personal opinion. I'm no expert, so I might not go into the whole heap of detail, but I'm just gonna just tell you what I thought, how I enjoyed it, everything like that. If you have your opinions or your own list, put it down in the comments below. Let's get started. Alright, so for number 10, I've got Thor: Love and Thunder. Now, out of all the movies, so I could have done projects, but I'm just doing movies specifically. Thor has to be last on this list. I actually really don't like it at all. The action is pretty decent at times, but honestly, they just made Thor a joke. Normally he's had some quips. He's been kind of funny, but he's not been made into a joke, and that's really what happened in this movie. It's just not funny. There's a lot of stuff that is just overused. I don't like. I think it was Zeus. I didn't really like him at all. They could have probably done so much better with him. Different actor, of course, too. I didn't like a whole lot of it. It was just, not great at all. Alright, so next on the list is Eternals. Now, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. I personally don't mind it. It's a solid movie in my opinion. It's got its flaws. It can be a little bit slow at times and just not exciting. But overall, it's got some cool characters. I like Icarus a lot. That little ending sequence there with the fighting and team up rising and everything like that was really good. I did enjoy that a lot, and the action was very, very fun and enjoyable at times. So yeah, it's a solid movie in the MCU. Now, it was a bit of a toss up between Black Panther: Wakanda Forever and Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, but I've got Black Panther here 8. Now, I can't say I remember a whole heap from it. I haven't watched it for a while, but from what I do remember, it was a solid movie. Definitely, had to work with what they got. With obviously the unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman in 2020. Honestly, Chadwick Boseman done such a great job as Black Panther that at this point he's honestly kind of irreplaceable. But I honestly think they could have given it a crack at a recast. But I'm happy with what they brought to us. There were some fun action sequences in there. Namor was an exceptional villain. I did love Namor a lot. It made it hard to put Doctor Strange and Black Panther, but Black Panther is here, and I'm excited for what's to come. But it was a solid movie. Obviously, there was a couple of bits lacking in it, but it was a good movie overall. Alright, now, Doctor Strange. Controversial call, but I've got it in 7. Mainly because, I personally really liked it. It was just very fun. I like the elements of the going through the multiverse and all the craziness that went on there. Seeing the Illuminati, seeing the bloody variants of some of these characters. You had Reed Richards, you had Peggy as Captain America, Monica Rambeau, Professor X, Black Bolt. You have all these characters, and it was good to see them on the screen. But unfortunately, I'd say they weren't around long enough. They kind of just got killed off pretty easily. I know that's probably the whole point, but they just got killed off too easily. These characters, in my opinion, and that was something that was a little bit annoying. But Wanda as a villain was great. She was very good. Some of the horror elements that they had in there was good. The CGI at times could be a bit shoddy, but no, overall it was a good movie. I did enjoy it, and I like that. Like I said, I'm not great with all this, but the darker Stephen Strange, that whole fighting sequence there with the music notes and everything, that was honestly very cool. Now at 6, I've actually got Ant-Man Quantumania. I know that's going to be a huge controversial call, and I probably should have it lower considering how I'm going to speak about it, but it was fun, enjoyable movie in my opinion. A couple of things were a bit off. I think CGI at times wasn't great. I didn't really like the look of MODOK. He was a kind of cool character. I actually thought he was alright. But I just didn't like the look of him. He just seemed like really smushed in and just didn't look right at all. Then you got Kang. I think it was a cool introduction into the movie, but like the fact that he got beaten by Ant-Man, considering he was meant to be like the Avengers' next big threat, or even just the MCU's biggest threat now, and he got beaten quite easily. That was probably something that I just didn't understand at all, but you know, that's what they're going to do. I mean, at this point now, I think, you know, they've moved on from Kang, or as we know at the moment. So, but that was something that just didn't sit right with me. But, you know, it was a fun, enjoyable movie. I liked how they went, you know, to the quantum verse. Oh, sorry, I'm pretty much the quantum realm. Sorry, jeez, I liked that they went down to the quantum realm. We explored a bit more of that. That was pretty cool. Now we are on to the top 5. Now I have got Spider-Man Far From Home. I enjoyed Spider-Man Far From Home. I liked Mysterio as a villain. He was really cool. Getting to see him on the big screen was great. Spider-Man, you know, Peter Parker going through all his motions here, you know, with Tony Stark dying not too long ago, and you know, Mysterio, and everything's just building up, and he's trying to keep his Spider-Man life away from his, you know, fun Peter Parker life, and it's become difficult. I like the story there. It was good, and yeah, he overcame a lot in that movie. And it was great to see how his character was just continuing to grow. And yeah, I just personally enjoyed it. It was a fun movie. The action was great, always a bit exciting, and just I have a soft spot for Spider-Man. So no, it was very, very good. Next on this list is now 4th. We got Shang-Chi. Now Shang-Chi, I think, is a very, very good origin story. I would love a sequel. Marvel, you're not going to see this, but a sequel would be absolutely phenomenal, because he is such a good character. The origin story for Shang-Chi, that movie was great. The use of all the action and the martial arts was superb. I really loved it. And yeah, the story that they were able to, you know, build up there with Wenwu and everything, and his mum. And yeah, it was great. Sorry, my explanation on these things are horrible. But yeah, I know, it's just a very enjoyable movie. I loved seeing Abomination back in there. We got to see a bit of Wong. And yeah, just really seeing what Shang-Chi can do and what power he possesses. It was just so good. Very, very good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed that. And now we're getting to top 3. We're getting to the big dogs. And 3rd spot, we have Spider-Man. Spider-Man No Way Home, to be exact. Now, man, Spider-Man No Way Home, what can I say? It was great. I mean, bringing back all the old Sony villains, bringing back Toby and Andrew. Now that brought a smile to my face. Let's just say that brought a smile to my face, seeing them guys back in the Spider-Man costume, outfit, suit. Jeez, it was good to see them back again. I was extremely happy. I've loved every single Spider-Man I've watched, and just seeing them all together was great. The chemistry that they had, honestly, I could sit there and watch them just chatting like for hours on end. It was just absolutely phenomenal. The part, you know, on the Statue of Liberty, that whole scene was amazing. Probably could have gone a bit longer, like with the fighting, but you know, we still got some amazing moments in there. All 3 of them on the top of the Statue of Liberty together, and just Green Goblin being a fantastic villain once again, showing out, and it was just amazing to watch. And yeah, obviously it's had its moments, you know. A couple of things could have been better in there. The train scene was a bit crazy, but like as a whole, it was just such a good movie. And seeing the introduction of Doc Ock was great. Loved it. And we got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 at number 2, and what a movie that was. The action, the comedy was, all of it just was it just hit the right spot. It was all on point. James Gunn did a fantastic job with finishing off the Guardians of the Galaxy story there, and it was just so great to see. Like, there were so many moments where I thought someone was going to die. That was probably the only complaint I have, is that everyone was just almost dying, but they always came back, which is great. And yeah, I just love the story in there between, you know, Gamora and Quill. Obviously, you know, the real Gamora had died, been thrown off in the Infinity War off the edge there for the Soul Stone by Thanos, and yeah, it's just it was great to see them rebuild back into maybe being friends again, and just everything about it was great. Like, and they had the first ever MCU F-bomb in there. That was crazy, but an absolutely phenomenal movie, and that is why it's second. It's just everything about that end action sequence with the camera, the way it was shooting the whole thing. It was just like almost like that whole one take of them all just fighting and everything. The music, once again, the soundtrack was just so good, and that is why it is at second. And last but not least, at number one, we have Deadpool and Wolverine. Gosh, that was a fucking movie. Let's just say that was an absolutely amazing pinnacle movie. One of the best movies in the MCU altogether, in my opinion, like of all time. It was just so good. You could say I was glazing it, but like, from the violence, from the action, from all the freaking comedy, and like the chemistry between Logan and Wade, and like that, how that went down, it was just so good. And that part in the car, when they're in the car and they're literally fighting each other, and it's just going on for hours and hours, the amount of blood and violence, it was awesome. And the introduction to the movie, once again, fucking heater. He was killing all them TVA blokes, and it was just absolutely fucking cool as. Oh wow. And just seeing Logan back, you know, seeing all like the different variants of Logan. Cavalrine, that was so cool. We can maybe see that in the future. But no, Deadpool and Wolverine was just fantastic, and I'm so glad we got it. I know it took ages to come here, but I am so glad. It was so worth the wait. It is a fantastic movie. I fucking love it. Oh man. Alright, and that is my top 10 done. Now, I know I didn't explain it in probably the most professional or, great way I could have, but I'm just literally telling you my thoughts, literally straight from my mind and what I think, and yeah, it's not the most professional, but I don't care. Literally just giving you my opinion, and that's my list there. So if you guys have your own list ranking, just drop it down in the comments below. I hope you all enjoyed. Have a good one.